This is FinTech Futures reporting from FinovateFall, and I'm joined today by Sherry Wu, CTO of University of Michigan Credit Union. Sherry, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us today. How are you enjoying the conference so far?
Yeah, great. This is my second time attending the Finovate. I attended one many years ago at the San Francisco Finovate Spring, I guess called. Yeah. So second time, I really enjoyed. Got the opportunity to be on the stage this morning, and have another session later today in the afternoon as well. So glad to be here.
Excellent. Sounds great. I mean, just to get started, would you like to quickly let us know a bit more about yourself and your role then at University of Michigan Credit Union?
Yeah, sure. So I joined the University of Michigan Credit Union as a CTO about 8 years ago. Interesting enough, this actually is my first financial service job. And I always in the technology field with different industries and really passionate about one thing, knowing how important technology in the financial industry, even just from as outsider looking at, I said, I don't, we have a term in technology said, oh, IT is a cost center. So some of the industry I worked at before is like they feel IT is costing money versus enabling the business. So I see a financial industry, it's one technology is super important. So that's the reason I joined the financial industry. And now with the AI, with everything else going on, actually it's even more. So technology, it's sit in the front center of the business. As a CTO, you're on at the seat of the table at senior leadership, even at the board level. So really great to get the journey I have going on right now. Really, really fascinated about that.
Excellent. Sounds great. You mentioned, obviously, you spoke on a panel this morning about the benefits of diversity in financial services. For those not in attendance, I mean, what are the key takeaways from that? And looking at the industry today, would you say companies are fully embracing diversity in their workforces?
Yeah, really got the opportunity to sit with five other women in the panel. We discussed about what we can do more to bring more women to in the fintech industry. Unfortunately, the stats showing by McKinsey, it's fintech senior leadership is about less than 20%, and then in the technology field, it's even less, right? About 11% C-suite are women. So I'm in the city between the both, right? So technology, fintech, the financial industry or technology, women is even less and less. So women in the CTO role is really rare. So at least there's more room for sure, lots of work to be done. So event like this, Finovate, and have a special panel to bring this topic to the center and discussions. It's great. And to have one thing great doing this is to set up role models for other women in the room or observe or through online later on watching and say, yes, there is possibility. There's women in that seat. I can do better. I can do also. So I think it's great to have the Finovate make this as an important topic for us to discuss.
Excellent. Yeah, and you said obviously there's still a bit of work to be done. What do you think banks and fintechs can do more of in this space?
So yeah, one is the culture, right? Need to be from the top or from the board level, knowing the diversification, how important it is to diversity the team, whether different background, the women, the men, just diversification, and have a program associated with that. And another one is like form some network groups to pair junior people with more senior, knowing what the paths are and showing them in like a mentorship or sponsorship program, have formal program. And so that's for the company side, the culture, the programs. But for individual, take on those opportunities, see a role model, reach out to the person and say, how you get there? Tell me what I can do differently, or what kind of special project I can get on to get to, closer to a role I really wanted. Right. So I think it's both sides. It's the individual, they also take some responsibility, knowing so attend event like this, right? Knowing there, this kind of thing can do. I learned something new. So that would be it.
Excellent, excellent. And are there any specific initiatives that you've been doing at UMCU as well as around this?
Yeah, good question. So UMCU, as a credit union, right? We never really have particular official DEI program, but we live in that culture. We live in say what we do. So we have one program that called the Gauge. Right now, it's authentically recognize uniqueness, greatness in everybody. So it's whether, different backgrounds or things like that. And then we live in that culture, you feel it. And we win many awards for like the best company to work for, several different awards everywhere. And I told them, our CEO said that this is the first time as a company when we win award, I feel yes, we definitely deserve it, and I feel it. In personally, I feel that award. And give this quick small example. And when I work at bigger companies, like, oh yeah, we've changed the like a 401k how we leverage it. And then we just receive an email say, oh, this we're changing. Instead, what we do is we're smaller, but same time we take it intensive. Say, oh, that's a huge change for people. Let's have workshop and like a scenario. Okay, this is how you put in the money, what percent. And then just one example that's the first one. I said, well, I was amazed about, wow, we do that, a workshop and a scenario, PowerPoint, all just because we change how 401k works. And then I just never had that experience before. Like, okay, just receive email from benefit, right? You figure it out yourself. So we do a lot of those, just communication between departments, make sure transparency from the top, and you know what's going on, right? And then you empower you as an individual, say, oh, what I'm doing, it's make a big difference. See a big picture. I'm doing this coding, but what I'm doing, oh, I'm helping member doing this better. They have financial in the, have a trouble with this, and then this program helping them with that. So it's draw the connection from the lower, junior employee to the bigger picture. Like what you do is make a big difference. Just narrow. So we do lots of great things on that.
Excellent. Sounds great. I guess obviously as CTO of
Yeah.
UMCU then, I mean, things within the technology space have been moving so fast recently. How have you been approaching your tech and innovation strategy to keep on top of new developments there?
Yeah, so we as a credit union, right? Most credit unions are smaller. We have a smaller smaller technical resources and overall, and a limited budget as well. Now that's the bigger banks. So, but what we do is like, okay, so for me personally, CTO, I go to conferences like this and join others as well, attending and then talk to our colleagues and read the things on LinkedIn, on the news media, and knowing what trends are, what is in the space, and then for the so that is keep on myself knowledge. That then what is another step we do is we cannot afford to build everything ourselves. We have smaller team. But what we do is leverage the partnership with third party, that fintech. So I got lots of calls, emails about like installing. So then me and others, we evaluate vendors like what it is prioritize which one is best, and then the vendor solve how they work, and not just listen them. Okay, everybody selling there's the best product ever, right? So have to that evaluation. What is the best use case for our membership? What do our member needs? What our company need? So evaluate those. Vendors bring those working with a third party fintech as a partnership, and then also not just take on everything they said. They may have the roadmap, what they're doing, and then have the voice as a fintech, bring the as a credit union, so bring the voice, say, okay, this is what you do. How about change this? For us, customize this and that, things like that. And have the voice. So in the end, it's almost like a co-developed product versus purely 100% vendor developed. So we had done lots of those great partnership. So far launched the several projects quicker because we may have resource or a higher resource, but take a much longer time to develop, and the time to bring stuff is so quickly, right? The technology changes quickly. We cannot afford take 2 years to develop something, and they already obsolete when you finish it. So we that's why another great way to partner with the fintech startups and fintech to bring things quicker.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, obviously you mentioned a couple of the challenges there when it comes to like budget and scale, but what are some of the key advantages community banks and credit unions have over bigger players in the industry that keeps people coming back?
Yeah, so for the as a bigger banks, and it's you lose that personal touch, and for us, one big thing we do is I'm really member focused. We do a lot of things to the community. So members see us all over the, community. We sponsor, nonprofit, things like that. And so one thing we really care about the membership, and we don't selling a solution or product one size fit all. Instead, we listen, sit down with the members, what they really need. And we hear a story over and over again. And there's people say, oh, I don't have greater credit. I got turned down by the bigger banks, but I come to you and you gave me a loan. Right. We listen, like say, what do you really need? How will you help you build your credit? And let's one step at a time. And then you're able to get a loan from us, right? Afterwards. So we have lots of those stories to tell. And one example was I was fascinated about during COVID, right? We have members calling contact center, older members calling every single day, just to have somebody talk to, because they're lonely, they have nobody to talk to, but they know they can call us and we know who they are, and they call, oh, I want to talk to Michelle, whoever, and we take the time. We don't, contact center doesn't have a KPI. So, oh, you have to have this many calls during this an hour, or you are behind. No, we don't have that KPI. Instead, we say, okay, how we can help you? We get to know the member. So member knows us as well. And they call the contact center all the time and know person's name, and they know how many kids you have, they what vacation you're going. So it's just great to see that relationship. We have lots of member really long relationship with that over 20 years, and they are proud of that. And we have like a member survey we send out. We hear those stories all the time.
Excellent. Well, sounds great. And just to finish things off then here, I mean, what's next on UMCU's product roadmap then? Is there anything kind of in development at the moment you could tell us about?
Yeah, we'll talk about AI, right? So we have launched several AI initiatives, a chatbot on our phone and on the website. Also work on inside our online mobile app, and also I'm working on evaluating additional AI capabilities, such as loan origination system, right? And we have a homegrown system right now. We're looking at how we can improve that, or working with third party to bring using AI decision system versus a manual work or the way we have done before. And so loan origination is example of that. And then also using data and AI together. Data, AI is driven by data, and then it's this two are really tied together. So we are looking at initiative, how we leverage the data we have to personalize the service for the member, predict what you need. What do you need? Maybe you haven't thought about, I need this thing. We have to help you said, and it's help you to say, oh, this is something you may fit for you using the data we have for you. And as a banks, credit union, we own lots of data, how we utilize data. So that's something, utilize data, personalize the service. So that's something we're looking at as well.
Excellent. Right. Well, sounds really good, Sherry. And thank you so much again for taking the time out to speak with us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.